Welcome friends, today we're going to look at another post-depression pre-World War II recipe, and today we're working from the Elmvale Community Cookbook, and we are going to make the recipe for something called health biscuits. We'll get into health biscuits when we get to the tasting, because I think the title is pretty funny, but I know where it comes from, I think. So, very few instructions with this recipe, like most of them. So we're going to start out with the fats, and the first thing in is shortening and butter. And I'm going to cream those together. I don't use shortening very often. I don't know if there's another recipe on the channel where I actually use shortening. I had to go out and buy this because we don't have it. So the next in is brown sugar. Quite a bit of brown sugar, so I'm going to cream that in as well. Butter. Next in is an egg. Okay, looking good. Looking real good. Normally butter creamed together with sugar and a raw egg I really like, but not so much with the shortening. Next in, raisins, because raisins, chopped walnuts, and the ubiquitous chopped dates. All of those go in. They're going to bring a lot of sugar and flavor and fat to this recipe. So, stir those in. Next in are rolled oats. I'm going to get them everywhere. They're very hard to mix into something like this. Okay, the flour gets some soda and some salt. We'll just mix that in. Now, two things. I'm going to switch to a bigger bowl, and I need some sour milk. Now, this recipe says sour milk. In today's terms, what they were looking for would be fermented or cultured buttermilk. Now, I don't have any buttermilk, so I'm going to use kefir, and kefir is everything that buttermilk wants to be. Now, the recipe says just to add enough so that it holds together. I don't know how much that is, so I'm going to be very careful with adding it in because I don't want to add too much. So, just a little bit at a time, stir it in, add a little bit more flour, add a little bit more kefir, and just go back and forth until I get something that looks right-ish. I think that looks pretty good. Now, the next problem is how to cook them. It just says drop on buttered pan. And then it doesn't say anything about cooking them. So am I dropping them on the buttered pan and leaving them to sort of dry and harden like a no-bake cookie? Am I putting them on a buttered pan and sticking them in the oven and baking them like a regular cookie or a biscuit? Or am I cooking them in a frying pan like you would a Welsh cake? My gut is telling me the oven, so let's see how this works out. So we'll start with 6, see how it works out, and then bake the rest.
So these are lovely oat treats.
Health biscuits.
Health biscuits. Oh, yes. Mrs. Fred Oaks.
Mrs. Fred Oaks health biscuits.
What makes them healthy? I mean, usually they call cookies healthy, and then they never are because there's usually lots of sugar and stuff.
I don't think they're healthy. I think they're what
to
we would
invigorate
call,
my health.
Yes, they're what we would think of today as an energy ball or an energy bar.
Okay, so it's like a granola bar. It's there to invigorate me and get me going in my day.
Lots of sugar, lots of fat. So you've got sugar from raisins and dates.
I see. Oh, and dates. Oh, dates.
And brown sugar, and you've got, so it's...
So they're going to be super tasty.
They will be
and soft and chewy?
Yes.
Oh.
So...
Those are nice and soft.
It's partway between a cookie and a muffin top.
Yeah. It does have that very bready...
Yeah. Halfway between a cookie and a muffin top. Now, I had a lot of trouble figuring out how to cook them because it doesn't say how to cook them. So I baked them for about the same amount of time that you would bake a cookie. But it also occurred to me that they could have been cooked like a Welsh cake
Fried.
On a griddle. Yeah.
On a griddle, maybe.
Um,
I don't know. These are pretty tasty though.
yeah.
I like the spicing in them.
There's nothing in them.
Nothing at all. There isn't like
Nope.
cinnamon or anything.
Nothing.
I was thinking there might be.
So there isn't
Huh,
even vanilla.
I'm
so,
fooled.
so you could put spicing in here.
A little cinnamon would be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I was looking at the Mrs. George's.
Shh. That's next.
Oh, sorry.
I saw that one. I got really excited.
Okay, we won't look
But I already
there.
had the stuff out for this one. So,
Okay, which is why I assumed there was cinnamon, but it does have a lovely flavor.
so I think this is a good cookie. It's a little bit different than any cookie that you would normally think of as a cookie. And the ingredients are a little bit wonky.
Don't listen. Glenn, don't listen. You could even put some coconut in it.
Yeah, you could put coconut in it. So on that horrific note,
I mean, eat that piece too.
thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.